I would say it was excellent. I think that she was very good when we had any questions. She was very responsive. If we had any text, she would answer right away. If we called her, she would call as soon as she could. And she just guided us through this whole operation of selling our house. I like the idea that you had the different webs, was it called Brevity or something?
Brevity, yeah.
That helped keep track, and I did also appreciate the updates, which is, I think, extremely important for a seller. When you have people come to your home, you want to get the feedback. And one thing I liked right away is that weekly you got feedback, but we got feedback even sooner because I could just go on that app that you had and I could find the feedback and know that, oh, somebody liked this house, and you know what anything would be pluses or minuses. And good thing for us, it was all pluses. So.
Right.
Connie was extremely helpful. She made it known that if we had any questions along the whole process that to call her, and we did. And when there's any hiccups or anything like that, she reassured us, and that made us feel better, because not understanding the process, to be having it explained to us helped us a lot in feeling comfortable with what was going on.
Something else I noticed is that Kristen and Connie both seem to, and perhaps it's the agency as well, seem to have a very good relationship with the agents from prospective buyers, from the mortgage company that was involved in the closing, and it seemed like they were able to work with them and get the information they needed. And that's not always the case, that people want to share that information, and there's the trust between the buyer and seller agents that seem to be there. We know somebody else that's selling a house right now, and their agent doesn't get back to them, and when they're able to get a hold of them, doesn't seem to know anything more than they do, and we never had an issue like that. Gotcha.
And I do think, you know, as far as going about choosing a realtor, we did interview at least 3, and I think that part of the first process is what introduced us in the first place is our brochure, or like our leaflets that we would get mailed to us, and we would see the amount of sales that you were doing, the average prices of your homes as far as what you would get for the price that was asked for was good, and it was a good idea with the team, because some of them were just working on their own, and it didn't seem like that was the way to go, because it's such a process that I think people specializing in different areas makes it easier for not only the realtor but for the buyers too.
Right.
Because you get the best job done.
I think Kristen was honest with us from the get-go. One of the agents we interviewed, her comment was, as she walked in the house, not more than 30 seconds, she said, well, I think, do you mind 10% more than we ever dreamed that we would get? So she highballed the estimate. It says, hope you don't mind selling it in 2 days. And I had a kind of a feeling that that was part of the sale process to get us to sign on with her, and bear no resemblance to reality. With Kristen, I think she was right on in terms of telling us if she thought we were on or off. And we didn't have any of that nonsense. And to me, I'd rather have someone that I could trust for good counsel than someone that tries to make me feel good for
That
the day.
is important, right?
So that was a big factor in us choosing the agency.
Right, and getting a fair price for the house, not an overinflated where it would stand on the market for so long. It was a reasonable price.
Right.
It would have been interesting with the first agent to see how long it took to work our way down from the overinflated price to what we really listed the house for. But fortunately, we went somewhere else and didn't have to go through that.
We listed April 1st.
Yeah.
And we had, I guess, I can't really tell, because we had a first buyer and then it worked out, but that didn't work out, and this buyer, so I'm not sure. It was maybe 20 days maybe?
It was just about a month, but part of that was losing traction with the first prospective buyer. Yeah.
Right.
And that was another thing between the two to work everything out. Kristen worked really hard, as did the people here, to try to figure out how to handle that so that everything was all right.
Kristen's kind of a bulldog. She is. She
doesn't appear like that at first, but she is.
when she's upstairs storming around, she's got 45 things in her hand at all times, running back and forth to the printer, and all I gotta do, and like everything's go 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 go, and she has 4 maybe kids that are all in sports.
Yes.
And I'm like, I don't know how you do this.
We were thinking, is she going to give it her all? But after talking to her and seeing her, we were so happy with our choice.
Do you think that you would refer us, the team and Kristen, to other people?
Oh, sure.
I just am so happy, that Kristen was our realtor, and I told her that today too. And Connie too has been good, and we just really appreciate you.
To contact the Perna team, call 248-886-4450 or email Michael Perna at kw.com.